1 2 1 2. Check that we are using the correct microphone. Should be the right one. Yeah, this one does a pretty... Stop doing it. Every time you're trying to show something, it stops. It stops working. Before it was detecting a hand on my ear. It's not doing that anymore. It's a bit weird. Anyway, the music, I don't know if you can hear it or not. To monitor my own sound. And the sound should be going into the stream as well. Right, it's working. It's a good test of my system. So because the two cameras, I'm looking at two cameras at the same time, that sometimes don't work, and I need it when we are developing. And by the way, yeah, there will be later videos edited without the annoying sound from my PC. That sound is only going into the live stream. So hopefully you watch that as well. So we are working on this website, as you know. Go check it out. A lot of interesting tools. There will be more coming shortly. There will be 1 2 3 4 5 3 tools and one blog. The blog hopefully will be better than what we had before. The particle motion is what I haven't tested in a while. The idea for it originally was to... The screen doesn't fit. It's not cool. The idea for it was that we can actually feed the EEG data onto it, because who said we need to review EEG data left to right? Scrolling on the screen could be having different channels as different balls bouncing around. So then the seizure would look something like this, and when it quiets down, no, sorry, so the... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can map it in different ways. Let me know if you have any ideas how to map it in a better way. But essentially the number of particles, yeah, it kind of makes sense to have them as the number of channels. Then we'll have the speed as the frequency, and maybe the size of the balls as the amplitude. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, and yes, they could be just going in a circle like this, so that actually makes more sense, because in this case they're actually bouncing from one another. But yeah, we need to make a better... Yeah, that's the future direction there. EEG data visualization. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like a game, but it could revolutionize EEG processing or not. We'll see how we go. And so that's that. We also... Yeah, that's probably the one I spent a lot of the time on. It's an actual robot that plays a game detecting ECG abnormalities. You can control your noise. You have been through this quite a few times, but let me know if you had a chance to check it out. Let me know what you think. so I can make more improvements. This primarily just teaches you about the type 1 and type 2 errors, false alarms and correct rejections, hits and misses, and does tell you what the bot is doing. It's telling you how it's making the decision. So go check it out. The signal is synthetic. It's not real ECG. But it makes it more controllable. So you can actually well, otherwise it will be hard to calculate the score and do other things with it. But yes, there's currently only, I think, 5 abnormal waveforms and 1 a normal one. We could obviously add more. Yeah, there should be some future directions on that page as well. But yeah, if you let me know what you think, I can add it to the mix. What else we've got? Yeah, we got the eye detection. That used to work okay, but we're still testing it. As you can split the view, so your eyes are freakishly on the side of your head instead of on your head. Default is overlay. And we get those controllers. We can change eye height, eye width to match the eyes. It's defining the region ROI, the region of interest. And then we have our darkness threshold. Sounds scary, but that's controlling the way the pupil is being detected within the eye. I need to make it a bit narrow. I don't know why is the angle of me to the camera or something. Yeah, the light conditions in the room will affect this quite a bit. Need to keep your head stable and find the darkness threshold for which you get good results. Yeah, it's kind of working better for one eye than the other. I don't know if it's because my head is tilted or something, but overall it's working fine. I don't know if it's finding other faces in there. Yes, it does. So why it's not consistent with this face. I need another face. I don't have any other face, but you can test it with your face. Let me know how it works. I don't know why it's not always working with this. It's finding a face on my hand. So it's yeah, it was, but you can't. Yeah, there's another face on my hand now. Yeah, so obviously not ideal, but it's only using one cheap webcam, so it's all about the cost, isn't it? I don't have any fancy eye tracking device available for me, so we have to get away with what we've got. What else we got? Yeah, I got the music from hands. I already showed that one. It's loading for some time. Before it was consistently doing false alarms, detecting a hand on my ear. It's not doing that anymore. Yeah, loudness up and down. You have 2 separate musical scales for each hand. So it's essentially like playing a piano with 2 hands, or 2 separate musical instruments all at the same time. So that's the scale is left to right. And you also have, sorry, that hand is a bit more pleasant to the ear. So you have your long notes and short notes. It should be somewhere in between. It's actually calculating the distance between the tips of the thumb and the index finger. So go check it out. Let me know how I can improve it. I'll put it on the list. Do I need to install anything? No. It runs in the web browser and it's using your CPU or GPU, whatever you have. Yeah, we have this music from EEG. You can select your channel. This is from an implant, we are more convinced that this actually is EEG as opposed to many other recordings where you're looking primarily at noise, or the noise to signal ratio is not very good. In this case, because it's an implant, we are convinced that this is mostly EEG. I would imagine like almost 100% EEG. And yes, by the way, when I edit this into a video later, there will be no sound. That means you'll have to actually, use the link and check it out yourself. Yeah, play around with that one. Have some blogs. We are adding another one. Where is it? It's called, yeah, on the limitations of EEG using EEG for diagnosing all sorts of conditions and combined modalities. Probably need to expand on this. I was just trying to get the references correct, and it's pretty hard with GPT-4. So doing pretty amazing stuff, writing text. And yes, we need a disclaimer, don't we? We need a disclaimer. Let's see what the GitHub Copilot will come up with. So, okay, using a footer for this. Disclaimer for using GPT. Oops. Why is it assuming GPT-3? GPT-4. Well, the content has been a real scientific knowledge. It is not substitute for professional medical advice. It's pretty good. Always consult healthcare provider for diagnostic and treatment. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. We quite like it. Where is it though? Oops. Yeah, and we need to sort out the references. So the references are a bit messy at the moment. To say the least. Yes, we're using GPT-4 for generating the text. We also asked it to find the references. It did, but the links are all wrong. And also, yes, say we have this fish. Let's go Scholar straight away. Found this Fisher et al. I don't see it. Is there a paper? I need the actual name for the paper. The name would have a full stop in it. It's actually a useful paper back from 2013. And some examples. It's already... Is it a paper? Doesn't look like a paper, does it? Does it have a DOI? It does. Because those are permanent links. The DOI doesn't work. The DOI is not legit. That's not cool. Doesn't look like a proper paper anyway. It's what you get for psychology, psychiatry. Yeah, I'm not familiar with like how do you publish in these areas, but the DOI, no, 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 not good at all. What's that roll? What's that rolling for? Ah. So translated as well. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. The point is that the original paper that the GPT-4 found is nowhere to be found. Okay, this one is legit. A instruction manual for, that's the international league for epilepsy something. Operational classification of seizure types. That should be a legit paper, yes. But that's one that I found. We have the international classification of sleep disorders. That should be a legit thing as well. Where is it? American Society for Sleep Disorders. Yeah, obviously will not have a full stop in the name. And we need the link for it. It's actually from 2014. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you how a DOI should look like. So what chest is? It's a Science Direct article. You have this DOI. I know why it didn't work. A copy link address. Link. So we're using GitHub Copilot, and we can't see it. It's outside the screen. Just you have this weird long and narrow screen. That nothing fits on. this link to the end of the text. Come on, come on, come on. That's something wrong. Okay, it's basic stuff. href, have the link. The link works. It's the correct one, not the one that was hallucinated by GPT-4 to begin with, but it's not appearing on the page because it doesn't have like text in it. Using GitHub Copilot to fix this. Don't know what just happened. Yeah, that second paper is nowhere to be found. It's at third edition 2019. It is third edition, but it's 2014. Yeah, the whole thing could be a link, really. But I know it works. Okay, we need to this might be a boring stream, but we have to do it. Yes, the author name is legit. 16 brain research. Yes. A copy link. Can you add this, please? Is correct. But opening in a new. No, it's not. this correct link. What else we got? PET imaging in neurology. Has a bigger name. That's the wrong order. Doesn't look promising, does it? I don't know where is finding these papers. 2015. Okay, let's try the whole thing. Okay, it does exist. Journal of Nuclear Medicine Technology, 1990. Yeah. I think it mixed together a few papers. That's not cool. Yeah, nothing is quite right about this paper. Uh, yeah, it didn't just classic like a undergrad student kind of report where it's not actually like it has a reference to a paper, but it's not actually needed, is it? It's very generic because it's just saying that the studies by shown promise, but also highlight the need for further research in the practical applications. Nuclear medicine communications. I'll get to that one in a sec. Let's just quickly try. No. Where is it finding it? It's 2015. Weird. It's normally there is like a good reason for why it hallucinated this one, I would imagine. Okay, let's comment it out for now. So we can find the source. This one is in +1. So the G journal. Meg source localization of specially extended generators of epileptic activity. Comparing entropic and hierarchical Bayesian approaches. 2013. And no. 2013. Need the DOI link. Some colorful images in there. It's meant to be comparing area under the rock curve. This meant to be comparing EEG and a MEG for epilepsy. Or is it just MEG alone? Spatial clustering, depth of sources. Seems like it's quite a complex. Propose 3 new methods. Evaluated their performance localizing specially extended generators of epileptic discharges using MEG data. So what did they do with EEG? Because I'm interested in comparison to distributed model using MEG or EEG or MEG data. What? Use intracranial. It's in the discussion section. It's not relevant. As in, not relevant to the study at hand. They mention head model. Yeah, we do need a head model. It's a French software. Inner skull surface. Doing a simulation analysis, or they actually recording data? Pause for each source localization. Anyway, we do need the reference for this. A paper. Oops. It's the DOI. A link. It refuses to do anything. Right. Okay, now it did. What? How on earth is it deciding to take a... It's deciding to take a different paper from like the same issue of the article. It's like, what on earth? I just told you to add this link. What's the problem? A control I. This link. He's thinking so much about. Okay, edit the whole thing again. The name of the author is different. The name of the author. It's funny how it's like found a different. I gave a link to a different article from probably the same issue. It should be better. The last one we have is it correct? I have to check it like 20 times. E.g. fMRI. No. Where's it getting those things? The thing is sounding so convincing. It's crazy. The paper does exist. That's a good sign. It's the most. It's 2006, not 2012. The author's names are correct. The name of the paper is correct. It's as if it's taking like multiple papers and just putting them together. Again, that looks more like it. Guess we got two of them we couldn't find, but we still got 5. That should be plenty. Yes, we have a disclaimer. It's the end of this diagnostic limits. Right, let's document. Have the body, the footer. Right, this is why the footer is in line. Should be alright. And we had a bunch of images for it. We can do it later. That's the kind of article we'll have published. Just be back in a sec. What else we have on the site? Go check it out, by the way. Yeah, some of these tools are quite heavy. It's meant to be. Yeah, this is working actually well. I couldn't get to work on other tools where it's shown side by side like this and top to bottom on smaller screens. This one needs a bit of improvement. I'll go back to it. at some stage, probably not today, because I'm having this headache. So I have to remember when editing this video, yeah, that we weren't actually doing a much it's funny how the spectrogram looks like. Does it look like it has like a 3D component to it? But yeah, it's probably just it's also because of the logarithmic scale. Yeah, you can turn it into linear scale, but then you don't see the details in the low frequency component. Is overlaid, then you can split it that way. It's a bit unusual, but it's okay. We can move on, I think. Go check the site. Let me know what you think. Or pop your comments in of what I'm currently doing wrong. Surely you have a lot of opinion. Hey, where's the graying out bit? Can you explain how the eye tracking works? I mean, the pupil tracking. You have the video stream face detection, the pupil detection. That's the one we are after. It's not trained on anything. That's bull. Okay, can you explain how the pupil detection works with links to the relevant code? Okay, we have a detect pupil function. Why is this not clickable? Doesn't need to finish generating, does it? Yeah, we have that. We have the eye detection, then we have the images extraction, then we have the functions likely. Why is it likely? Why not specific? Pupil detection function returns object darkest point representing. It's actually wrong. Coordinates to use image.js. That's okay. It's just a guess. Okay, can you do it again? Now you have the code. I don't know why it does this funny thing where it will say I don't have access to the code. Yeah, the darkest point detection. It takes blah 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 blah. Yeah, it turns it into grayscale. And just take the red channel. What doesn't make any sense? Since it's grayscale, we can just take the red channel. Is that what it's doing? Yeah, what another opposite. Yeah, it turns it into grayscale and just take the red channel. What doesn't make any sense? Since it's grayscale, we can just take the red channel. Is that what it's doing? Yeah, what another scale darkest point. How do we do this? I don't think that's the darkest point. Darkest point is not a function. Oops, made the. Yeah, this is why you need a proper. Oops, made the. Yeah, this is why you need a proper version control. And let's check. Yeah, we were by mistake modifying tracking copy. This was modified Monday, so this is old, and this one is the. Let's make sure it's working correctly. No errors. Yeah, we can split or overlay. Image processing, edge. Okay, doing edge detection, people localization. Wow, what are you doing? I meant in the JavaScript. Yeah, that's what we had before in Python. Unfortunately, with GitHub Copilot, you can just chat to it like a normal person, or as if it's a person. It will only essentially each prompt is individual. Yeah, this message is too long. 350 lines of code. That's why I was getting rid of comments and the like. Yeah, we need those for if we load it into GPT-4, so it knows where one file starts, when it ends. That's right. That's kind of obvious. Yeah, we don't need this. Yeah, we do want to keep this odd comment. That's the code that we will be going over there, converting to grayscale and stuff, and trying to improve the eye tracking. Or let me know if it's ready for publishing. I'm happy to share to make it available for you to play with. It's the radius of the eye. I need adjustment. AJS. Yeah, bringing in. What's the structure of the files? Where's tracking JS being called? It's not in main. Okay, now this is super weird. Wait a sec. That looks like didn't have the tracking originally. Tracking JS. I stuffed up the whole structure of this project. Okay, let's get Copilot to explain this file. I actually need this. Not using this. Oh, stuffed it up. That's the one that we do not need anymore, because we split it into, yeah, these two can be moved out. We're not actually using them. Don't know how. Came back. Face detection, draw units, face more. Yeah, the pupil detection is happening here, and this is only like 80, 90 lines of code. Yeah, it has two functions: extract eye region and detect pupil. Sounds legit. The extract eye regions gives two coordinates for right and left eyes. That's working fine. And then detect pupil is a bit more complex. You bet. Well, maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it doesn't have to be. Trans the coordinates to integers, retrieves the image data, converting each pixel into grayscale. So that's what we would like to see. How is that actually happening? Yes, it's finding darkest pixels in the ROI, in the region of interest. Yeah, two things. We want to be able to change the threshold. What magic numbers are used in the code? So those kind of make sense. You have the height, it's percentage of the face, 0.2, 0.1, staking. So it's scaling as well, so that's good. In the detect the pupil function, 100 is used as a threshold determining whether the pixel is considered dark or not. Yes, we have those. It's not generating the whole thing. The whole thing. Yes, we have those It's not generating the whole thing. Right, and it's looking at coefficients. Right, and it's looking at coefficients. And that's interesting. Yeah, do I need looking at coefficients? Looking at coefficients. And that's interesting. Yeah, do I need those as input parameters? Do we need those as controllers on the page? Thinking the darkness threshold to begin with. Yeah, this is obviously worse when going higher. Let's say 50 to begin with. Yeah, this size working better. That one is was 50 to begin with. Yeah, this size working better. That one is off. So I don't know, is it just my eyes? Or yeah, that's why I probably should just release this tool. Can we doing this for the each eye, isn't it? What data? No. To log. How's it? Yes, that's the problem with this algorithm. What data? No. To log. How's it? Yes, that's the problem with this algorithm. I thought it's only searching for a circle. Don't think it does. Yeah, it just does the grayscale stuff. It doesn't do the circle. What's called the hue transform? Finding circles? And no, it doesn't look like we had it in another version of the code. Yeah, just finding, turning into grayscale and finding the darkest point for the pupil detection. But yes, we would like to add another stage. Well, now this jumping with right or left pupil not detected. So 100 was better in that sense. Right, so we have a threshold of 100. And we have this gazillion of grayscale data points. Are they? Yeah, like 330. It's quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah, like 5. Right, so we have a threshold of 100, and we have this gazillion of grayscale data points. Are they? Yeah, like 330. It's quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah, like 500. Yeah, we might pop all those. Are they? Yeah, like 330. It's quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah, like 500. Yeah, we might pop all those onto the screen as input variables, so you can adjust these values. We have some default that work better for me. Darkness threshold sounds scary. And the hue transform, yeah, that should prevent it finding a pupil when the eyes are closed. That's what we could use for detecting a blink as well, if there is no a pupil when the eyes are closed. That's what we a pupil when the eyes are closed. That's what we could use for detecting a blink as well. If there is no circle, then must be a blink type of scenario. Let's just take another quick break. If you haven't checked bionicchaos.com, it's a good time to do so, because then you can provide your feedback live as well. Okay, can we look at the rest of the code? Don't worry about the, well, maybe do worry. No, the display is okay now. The front page is working fine. And now we is working fine. And now we in the past, don't remember, I think in the Python code we had a hue transform. that will detect the circle within the eye. Currently just doing the grayscale. So we might look into bringing that back. Also, would like to list all the magic numbers in the code and place them as variables, input variables on the front, and place them as variables, input variables on the front page. I need help. I need your help to do that. Yes, we have all these magic numbers in the code. Is a problem. The is way off now. Pretty sure I close code. Is a problem. The is way off now. Pretty sure I closed the blinds. It's way. Again, we would like to avoid transferring to the server. Can you actually populate the suggested functions, particularly the hue circle transform? Another thing we could do is currently it seems to be being thrown off by the eyelids, so it's detecting the dark regions looking at the eyelids as well. Can we improve that? So yes, essentially some sort of algorithm that finds a white, the white of the eye and the pupil within it, somehow avoiding eyelids. 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 That's right. And can you also recommend what the controls of the magic numbers that we have in the code should be placed as controllers on the front panel, specific to the pupil detection? The obvious candidate will be the darkness threshold, which seem to be impacted by the amount of incoming ambient light. Here's the code again, just in case. We'll have trouble integrating this code, wouldn't we? Okay, we're not receiving any errors in JavaScript, which is good. Should we, I don't know, let me know what you think. Do we want to control how the pupil detection is happening? So where would this hue circle transform go? We need a separate file for it. Yeah, we eventually want to get rid of all this magic numbers. Ah, this is really not cool. So I have this shortcut in OBS. Yeah, I just realized it was messing up my code. Yeah, I was adding M's. I added like a Shift M shortcut for muting my mic. Okay, now I'm using Control Shift for muting, unmuting my microphone, but then it's also loading something in Visual Studio Code. But at least it's not adding text to the code. You can't win with shortcuts, can you? It's already like a, yeah, Control Shift M, but should be pretty safe. But it is used in Visual Studio Code for something. I can't have a proper decent shortcut for it, so just use the mouse. Okay, that's obviously not the full implementation of the code. Let's see. It's this accumulator storing votes for circle parameters and what that function will look like. It's a good question. For each edge pixel, vote for all possible circuits that could pass through it. That has the radius range as an input. Yeah, it's a bit odd. It doesn't sound right. Sure, we'll just stick to the darkest region. I mean, it's working. It's not working too badly. Yeah, the problem with this JavaScript and implementation that yes, obviously we can do much better in Python. Main reason, I mean, I could probably do both. We can do much better in Python. Main reason, I mean, I could probably do both. Yeah, we currently set up, we currently don't have any backend server side processing. I want those magic number variables to be outside the function. Let's worry about the eye detection later. Do the yes, these two can go here. The other two can go there. Can we, what if we just say update? Right, well, it's actually did okay. Yeah, it's the eye width and the height ratio. Actually, the width. No, it should be okay. Yeah, that's what just trying to take control over any magic numbers that we have. And that's doing finding the grayscale, the green coefficient, the green coefficient there. I have the blue coefficient as well. Eventually, we're thinking adding them as input parameters on the front page for you to play with. So here we're trying to use what the GPT-4 generated as prompts for GitHub Copilot. So it actually does the coding. Let's see if it does any better. It's same using this canny edge detector. Is it something? Do we need to add like a library for it or something? It's suggesting an extra function. So this is from do we need to add like a library for it or something? It's suggesting an extra function. So this is from GitHub, and this is from GPT-4. We could try having the hue circle transform to have an option. having the hue circle transform to be to have an option to turn a circle transform to be to have an option to turn it on and off. See what difference. be to have an option to turn it on and off. See what difference it makes. Yeah, that was the slightly different. Yeah, I like the second one better in terms of its inputs. This these parameters, edge threshold and radius range, should be coming from the front panel. So ideally we'll have what's that, hue circle transform on or off option. Okay, I need your Okay, I need your help integrating the code. Can you generate? Right, the full code, which parts of the code needs updating? Can you generate full functions? Update the HTML and the main JS as well. Yep. That's a good suggestion by the robot. Knows. Yep. That's a good suggestion by the robot. Knows what it's talking about. This function is not being used, so in theory, not be getting any errors. Jump check with Control F5. We do wanna add some. We want some controls. Detection parameters don't have to be updated on click today. Where do we want controls? Can this be a different button? Yeah, like button like that. The nitty gritty. Why? I'm getting ads for dog food. How about the label? Fly. Labels. Fly. Labels. Are they? Oops. Let's save. Yeah. Fly. Labels. Are they? Oops. Let's save. Here they are. Yeah. What that later. Remove this split view in there. Right. Parameters are not doing anything, are they? We also have the red, green, blue coefficients. This is main.js. Updating parameters. This is the end of main.js. That's fine. Do you have any issues? Must have a lot of issues with this code. We do not have a DOM element. We need to restructure the code. Let's take a break first. Those filters on let's take a break. Those filters on well, I never use any of those, but yeah, that makes your eyes. Those filters on well, I never use any of those, but yeah, that makes your eyes bigger. But this is an illusion. It just selects a different region of interest. That's all. Now that will be the default option, and the threshold doesn't work yet. Split view works. If you want to wider screen, it will place them side by side, so that's okay. We have the left right eye position. We don't have a blink detector yet. We don't have a keys direction yet. We will improve this description. But what does it currently say? Yes, we obviously don't need a reset button or anything. We just hit F5, resets the ratios. It's working okay. Now we need to modify the darkness threshold to work as well. So the detect pupil will have a darkness threshold as an input now. And also these three coefficients, red, green, blue, because they affect the grayscale detection thing. Can we ask GPT 3.5? Right. I assume these numbers are commonly used, or do I need an option to adjust them slightly? Yep. How about specifically for eye tracking and pupil detection that uses a grayscale conversion of a video feed? Do these numbers sound legit, or do I need an option to modify them? Right. That's fine now. And when I close my eye, I can still detect pupils, but I can't see that obviously. It's a print screen. Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Can you detect what the problem with this tool might be and suggest any solutions? Yep, it's kind of confused. That's okay. Now the split should work again. And that's working. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah, LinkedIn will throw us out because the live streams are limited to 4 hours. So that's working. We should say bye-bye to the LinkedIn viewers. And we might finish up anyway. But detection, don't actually want to use this function. We don't need that. We need this. Let's see. Quickly. We don't have time. Split toggle works. We eventually want to get rid of this function. We have, what is it? Detect ball. Yep, have this too. Yep, now it's using